I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It's just wonderful to be with you again on this lovely summer's day. If you can look behind, you'll see that the corn is looking great, the grass is green, but we've been through a terrible drought, and we are still trusting God to fill all our dams, which are empty, and believing for a miracle. But you know, folks, we are not depending on our circumstances for our joy. The joy of the Lord, that's the one, is my strength. Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 10. I want to ask you today, are you hungry? You say, Angus, we've got food to eat. No, I'm not talking about that kind of hunger. Are you hungry for a closer walk with God? Are you hungry to hear God speak to you in your heart? Are you hungry for direction from God? Well, if we look at the book of John chapter 6, and verse 35, Jesus says, I am the bread of life. So when we eat of the bread of life, we never hunger again. And if we drink of that water, living waters, we never get thirsty again. Folks, I'm not a baby. I've walked a long road. I want to tell you, I've tried everything that you can think of. When I was a young man, I went to Australia. I rode horses for a living. I went to Scotland. I milked cows, dairy cows. I've been to Zambia and Swaziland. I've been all over working. But what I was looking for was the bread of life. I was looking for fulfillment in life. I was looking for purpose in life. And I thought to myself, if I can get a farm of my own, because I'm a farmer, then I will be content. Godliness with contentment is great gain. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. It's godliness, folks, that makes great gain. And I didn't know that because I'd never met Jesus Christ. So I worked, I sweated blood, I wept, I cried, and my wife as well. And we built this farm up, which my sons now own. Okay? But I thought that when I got this farm, and it is a beautiful farm, folks. Sometimes I think, Lord, this is what heaven must be like. It's so beautiful here. I know that the film crew love coming up and spending a day here with us from Durban. I thought that that is where I would be satisfied. No more hunger pains. No more being hungry. But you know, I was sadly mistaken, folks. I got the farm and there still was that hunger, that emptiness. Maybe you're there today. Maybe you're saying, Angus, I don't know what it is. I've succeeded. I've got my goal. I've played football or rugby for my province or my nation. I'm married to a beautiful wife. I've got beautiful children, but there's still an emptiness in my heart. I know what that emptiness is. It's Jesus Christ. He is the one who's the bread of life. I want to encourage you to start spending time with Jesus. Start thanking Him for what He's giving you and enjoying it. But you see, folks, the most important thing is to find that peace. Godliness with contentment is great gain. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. Once you meet Jesus, then everything else is a bonus. It's not to say that you've got to turn your back on it, not at all. Enjoy life. God said, I came to give you life abundantly. So you need to enjoy life abundantly. It's the devil that comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. John chapter 10, verse 10. But Jesus came to give you life abundantly. So if you start to eat of the bread of life every morning, you'll go right through that day without getting hungry. I do it every morning. Doesn't matter whether I'm here on the road in an aeroplane. Every day I take that bread. And that bread sustains me because this bread never goes moldy. It never goes old. Okay, it's always the same. It doesn't go stale. That's why it's called the bread of life. It's called the living word. Eat it and eat it generously. And I tell you what, you'll start thinking better. You'll start making better plans. You'll start appreciating what God's done in your life. And I tell you what, people will come to you and say, what have you got? I want that bread that you're eating. And all you've got to do is introduce them to the Lamb of God, Jesus Christ. Goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.